Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Dick. We are the Annuity Guys.
Dick, we're sitting here in October of 2015, and there's a bill in Congress.
House of Representatives.
Yeah, that basically is part of the budget bill. They're looking to change Social Security. And we're talking about significant impacts to families across the country.
Well, and it's not just for those folks that are going to be reaching Social Security. So this is all the people that have already retired.
Right. There are people actually using some of the strategies that allow people to basically get more benefit from Social Security.
Well, and we're talking about $100,000
potentially
per family, or $150,000. We've seen it where it's even exceeded that.
Yeah. Obviously,
if you plan properly,
and depending on life expectancy, because what we're talking about here is benefits over your life expectancy. So you're talking about changes that are going to change your payments potentially significantly. As I say, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, but I think for a lot of people, Social Security is such a key part of retirement planning.
Yes, it is.
We talk about it being the kind of the ultimate annuity.
The super annuity.
Right.
Yes.
So you're getting a lifetime income guarantee with a cost of living adjustment. And a lot of those factors come into play with when you start taking Social Security. And
exactly.
And
yes,
there's been a strategy out there that's been called a file and suspend.
Yes.
Which allows you, once you reach full retirement age, to file for your benefit and then immediately suspend it.
And then let your spouse sign up for a spousal benefit.
Right.
Yes. So and draw that until she reaches or he reaches full retirement age.
So while your benefit's in suspension, it continues to accrue basically extra income benefits, basically about 8% a year is about what it typically is.
Right.
And you can suspend that up to age 70 and then file for your full benefit at that point in time.
Right.
Meanwhile, your spouse has been collecting their spousal benefit, which then allows them to actually defer and
which it can be a substantial amount of money. And folks, one of the things that Eric said just a moment ago, I really want to tie into that. He said that gives you that guaranteed income. And this is the difference between a Social Security style annuity, which is a legislated annuity, and a commercial annuity, which is a guaranteed annuity.
Very good. And actually, that's because we just look at what happened. Because they're changing benefits not for people just that are going to experience it in the future. They're looking at changing benefits for people that are actually using these strategies right now.
Right.
I think the proposal says that basically January of 2016, these things all change. So everything goes away.
And Eric, as we've said, Social Security, we've kind of dubbed it, the super annuity, because if you compare it to a commercial annuity, for the money that you put into it, it pays out so much more in benefit. And it's kind of like anything else, something that's too good to be true. It probably is, and that's what we're seeing is that the legislative bodies that have made these promises, and there's a big fight going on because these are promises that have been made to the American people, and many people have now literally planned their retirement around it. They've left their jobs. They've restructured their annuities. They've restructured their investments. They've tried to extend their Social Security out, not take it as early in taking their full benefit, so that they can increase the amount the Social Security will pay, because it has a cost of living adjustment built into it, which is huge. So all of these factors now, the government comes in and says, that was just a little too generous. Let's just pull that away. You can go. All you guys can go back to work, or
were you using these dollars? I'm sorry.
Or go broke. You can go broke now because you planned it the wrong way.
Well, that's the thing that we're talking about. People that have planned carefully, they've articulated the plan to take dollars in certain times, and they know that these dollars are in deferral. They're going to kick them up at 70. They're using the spousal benefit. What you're going to force these people to do is actually turn on their benefits now in order so that they can continue to collect to meet their lifestyle
needs. And they're going to go at a very reduced rate. And I guess, really when you get into just the average person that files for Social Security, they tend to not be very savvy about it. And a lot of this 100,000 is really left on the table because they don't really know how to file. They just go in, they reach the early age, they can file out, they go in and they file, you know. There can be a reason for that, but if you're more sophisticated, a little more savvy, you know, you do planning.
Right.
You know, and I mean, that's the folks that come to us, you know, I mean, that's what we help them figure this stuff out. So they're the ones that have already set their plan in motion, and they're going to lose 150,000, sometimes more per family.
Well, and if you've gone in and sat down with an advisor and you've done some Social Security planning and laid out the pieces, and it kind of becomes the cornerstone of your retirement plan for a lot of people.
Right.
Well, guess what? That plan, boom, it's gone now for a lot of the folks that were contemplating using these strategies. And it's not like we can say, oh, it's going to be phased in over a period of time. No, if you're planning on using it or using it now, it's gone. Or potentially gone.
Potentially gone, yes. It's still got to pass the Senate. And but I think the bigger picture, the bigger story here is that folks really need to realize that the entitlement programs are in serious trouble. And that you're going to get something out of Social Security, and you're something out of most of your pensions. But some of that is going to change. And that's where you have to position money for the long term in a very safe place that's going to pay you the income you're going to need. Your fallback position.
And as annuity guys, we like the fact that with a contractual guarantee from a highly rated carrier, this may be one of the things you're going to look at as an alternative for what you were just considering doing with Social Security. And wouldn't it be nice to have a contractual guarantee versus a bunch of little Uncle Sam's,
Cousin Sam's
in Congress being able to make the change and not consulting your retirement plan, but just making it based off of a fiscal concern, unfortunately, that has to be addressed.
Right. I agree, Eric. I would just say, folks, take control of your future. Have a strong plan B. Hope for plan A, but be ready to use plan B.